We are back, and today we are going to talk about the main event happening this Saturday. You guys definitely know what it is because most of you guys that subscribe to my channel are hardcore MMA fans. But anyway, at UFC 297, Sean Strickland will be defending his belt against Dricus Du Plesis. Now, at first they were both enemies.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Out of nowhere. That's kind of crazy.
And now they seem to be friends.
How you doing, man? Good, man. Good trip.
Mrs.
Yes.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good trip.
Me too. Yeah, well, I know you hate the place, but yeah, cool.
That's all good. Hey, thanks again for being understanding.
Of course, man.
But anyhow, we are going to go through each fighter's strengths and their weaknesses and compare their striking ability, their wrestling ability, and their jiu-jitsu, as well as their cardio, actually. I forgot to mention that. And then I'm going to give you my overall verdict as to who I think is going to win in this fight that I am looking forward to. But first, a little tale of the tape for you guys. So, Sean Strickland, he is 32 years of age with a record of 28 wins and 5 losses. He is 6'1" and has 11 KOs and 4 submission, whereas Dricus Du Plesis is 30 years old with a record of 20 wins and 2 losses, which is extremely impressive. He is 6 foot and has 9 KOs and 10 submissions. So out of the 20 victories he does have, he has stopped the fight 19 times. Again, extremely impressive. Now, Sean Strickland, how's he been getting on recently? Well, he is on a 3-fight winning streak, with the most notable victory obviously being Israel Adesanya. What a great fight that was. One of the biggest upsets in UFC history, in my opinion. One that I was very happy about, actually. I'm not going to hide the fact that I like certain fighters more than others. I was extremely happy that he beat Israel Adesanya. He also stopped Abu Sufyan Magomedov. Yeah, Magomedov. If you hear that, you know that they're probably pretty good. Well, he stopped him. Magomedov was undefeated at the time, and Sean Strickland got the TKO in round 2. Another extremely impressive victory. Dricus Du Plesis, who has a 6-fight win streak in the UFC with some great victories as well. Robert Whittaker, Derek Brunson, Darren Till, Brad Tavares, and Trevin Giles. Is that how you say his name? Trevin Giles. He has stopped all of his opponents with finishes, whether that be from submission, from TKO, or from KO. He's done them all, apart from Brad Tavares, which again is highly impressive. Well, Sean Strickland, when it comes to his striking, is extremely technical, and I think it's one of the most underrated things about him that people don't point out. He is so technically good when it comes to striking, and specifically his boxing. He doesn't kick too much. He likes to use his boxing, but his boxing is that good that he can get away with not using other parts of his game. I think his jab is absolutely brilliant, and then once he finds his rhythm in fights, then he lets his hands go. So he is very reliant on his jab at the start of fights, and then he'll get comfortable and start throwing shots behind it, whether that be straights, crosses, hooks, uppercuts. He likes to mix it up quite a bit. Now, he definitely isn't a power puncher or a hard puncher. I mean, we look at his record, 28 wins, 11 KOs, 4 submissions. So that's still impressive, but it's not his style. His style is more pepper you for 3 rounds or 5 rounds. He'll pepper you with strikes. Do you guys say that in America? He'll throw a high volume of strikes and beat you that way. That's how he wins his fights. He's not looking for the KO a lot of the time. Against Adesanya he did, but that's only because Adesanya fell to the floor, and it's a title fight, so he was probably pretty amped up. But no, he's not infamous for his KOs, but he throws a high volume of strikes with great technical ability. Now, this is not the opposite, because Du Plesis is still technical, but kind of the opposite of Du Plesis, who is way more aggressive when it comes to his striking. He is more powerful, for sure. I mean, we look at how many fights he's finished, and it's much higher than Sean Strickland. But the one thing that makes me lean towards Du Plesis in the striking department is his effectiveness. He is so effective. Most of what he throws lands, and he is looking to take your head off. He He does love to come forward when he is striking and be aggressive and take the fight to his opponent, which for me means this fight could be really, really exciting because he is going to do this. It's the way he fights. And for me, because he is so effective and powerful, he is better in the striking department than Sean Strickland. Now, wrestling is next on my beautiful menu. And who is better out of the two fighters? Well, for me, I'll say it straight up. Du Plesis wins this because of this reason. Sean Strickland doesn't use his wrestling at all. He likes to strike. He likes to use his boxing, as I said before. He doesn't like to use his kicks. He doesn't like to use jiu-jitsu, and he doesn't like to use wrestling. So be aware that Sean Strickland may surprise us on Saturday and actually be very, very good at wrestling if Du Plesis takes him down. But simply because Sean Strickland doesn't use his wrestling as much as Du Plesis, I'm gonna have to go with Du Plesis here. His wrestling is really good. Du Plesis' wrestling is really good, and it's what won him the fight against Darren Till. He just kept taking him down over and over again. And look at the size of him. He is humongous for his weight class. He is ripped, and that also aids him when he does wrestle. And what he also loves to do, which is really smart, is set up his takedowns. And how does he do this? Well, as I said, with regards to his striking, he is very, very aggressive. He likes to throw power punches very, very often. He likes to move forward. He'll throw those power punches. He'll throw those kicks that he needs to throw and then take down his opponent. You won't ever really see him take someone down without striking first. Jiu-jitsu now. Jiu-jitsu next on the menu. And I'm not trying to lick Du Plesis' arse or anything, but the numbers make me have to say that Du Plesis wins this as well. I mean, 10 submission victories for Du Plesis over Sean Strickland's 4 victories via submission. Again, we're gonna have to say Du Plesis. Why? Because Sean Strickland hasn't shown us much when it comes to jiu-jitsu, but I have heard from people in his training camps that his jiu-jitsu, Sean Strickland's jiu-jitsu, is very, very good. So again, don't be surprised, guys, if we see some very good jiu-jitsu from Sean Strickland if he gets taken down. Now, cardio. The only cardio I like to do is after gym in the bedroom, but these guys use it in the octagon. And for me, this is one of the things that Sean Strickland is very good at, which is managing his cardio. He has a gas tank for days, guys. He goes through 5 rounds with ease. Dricus Du Plesis throws power punches. He's a heavy puncher, which means he slows down much quicker than Sean Strickland. So for me, the win goes to Sean Strickland when it comes to cardio. And it's simply because Dricus Du Plesis throws with more power, Sean Strickland doesn't, and he likes to try and last the whole fight and pepper you with strikes. And this is one of the things that I think that Dricus Du Plesis fans should be very concerned about, because this is a 5-round fight, and if Sean Strickland survives those first 3 rounds, we may see Dricus Du Plesis slowed down. So if you are a Dricus Du Plesis fan and you have anything to be concerned about, it would be cardio. Now, with regards to who I think will win, Dricus Du Plesis, yes, he has won most of the categories, but he has won them because we haven't seen Sean Strickland utilize those parts of his game very much. So it's quite hard to judge who is going to win. Then we factor in the cardio and how good Sean Strickland's cardio is. Well, it makes for a tough decision. Now, as a Sean Strickland fan, this is very hard for me to say, but I do believe Dricus Du Plesis will win this fight. He's got better wrestling, better jiu-jitsu, and he is more effective with his striking for me. But if one man is going to cause an upset yet again, it would be Sean Strickland. I mean, the guy could have an elite jiu-jitsu game and could be amazing at wrestling, but we just haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to go with Dricus Du Plesis here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Strickland causes an upset. Let me know who you think will win this fight, guys. Do you think Sean Strickland will keep hold of his belt, or do you think Dricus Du Plesis has too much for Sean Strickland to handle? Put it down in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.